Welcome, everyone. Good to see you all. We're working with loving kindness today, and I'm thinking about this 10-year-old girl, uh, Izzy Tichenor, who took her life this weekend. She was a student at an elementary school within 10 miles from me, and the school that she went to is notorious for bullying. She was a she was a target of bullying, and there was 212 cases of racialized bullying um, that were also recorded. The elementary school is under surveillance investigation by the Department of Justice. And I bring this up thinking about loving kindness, right? Because I was a target of bullying too in middle school, and um, and I also know that my bullies were hurting, right? Like one of my bullies, her father had been incarcerated. Another one of my bullies had just like moved from LA to small town Colorado and was like quite a culture shock. Another one of my bullies was like came from an even smaller small town in Colorado and raised by conservative ranchers, and he really targeted anyone that was different than him. So I'm thinking about Izzy, right, um, and anyone that's targeted by systems of oppression, and how important loving kindness can be for us, because it teaches that there's something inside of us that can't be extinguished, that can't be taunted, that can't be damaged, right? And that's so important for resilience. That's not the only work we got to do to get through bullying, right? But it's something that we can do immediately to cultivate self-love among targeted people while we're doing the like hard deep work of building a different world, right? So I think about Izzy's family also, her siblings, her mother that are missing her laugh and her humility and just her presence in the house. And I think about um, Izzy's teachers, who perhaps were like beloved teachers, perhaps were neutral, perhaps were part of the problem. I know for myself, I had 3 teachers who listened, and everyone else was kind of like either a bystander or a part of the problem, right? So just because there's adults involved that even know about it doesn't mean that they're on the side of love or on the side of justice, right? So thinking about neutral people and how important it is to cultivate love and care for neutral people, right? Because Izzy could have been the neutral person for some of those teachers or administrators or the school board. Um, and then thinking about difficult people, of course, right? The bullies are hurt people, hurt people. That's where it comes from. Um, and in this case, Izzy was a black girl in a really white school. She had autism and was very marked as different, right? Um, and so there obviously was a culture in the entire school that like to not just like cultivate love and acceptance, but where like that's okay to like point someone out and um, create further harm. Um, so I come to this meditation today from that really tender place. A few of my friends here have been supports for the family showing up, and so then I've been supports for the supports, as I often am. Um, a backstage player. It's so important, right? So that like those who are on the front lines have something to catch them. Um, so as we do this loving kindness work, I want to invite you to love all the parts of yourself, especially those parts of yourself that maybe are not embraced by the world around you. Um, you're the only one you can control, right? So if you can love those parts, then when they're seen from the outside, then it's not going to be scary. It's just going to be like, oh yeah, you see that part of me. That's part of myself too. Um, and then working to cultivate that love outwardly so that like in a situation like that's elementary school, it would ripple outwards, right? That like perhaps you're a parent there, and then it ripples out to other parents, and then the kids, and then whoever. So trusting that loving kindness can be that potent force that's kind of becomes like the air we breathe or the soil that we stand on, rather than like something special or unique. Because then if we establish that, right, there's no way that bullying can occur. So come to your comfortable seat. Let your eyes close or be downcast. Feel into your heart. And I'm going to invite you to call in support for this meditation today, considering everyone that has cultivated loving kindness over millennia, knowing that this is a tried and true practice passed down because it's effective. Passed down because it improves our relationships, our homes, our communities, our world. Van Jones talks about growing a love army, right? And I think about that's what you're summoning here. It's all those beings across time and across space that have cultivated love, especially in the face of systems of oppression. Noticing what's in your heart today. Perhaps there's some lightness. Perhaps there's some sadness. The invitation of Metta is to embrace all of it. We begin with offering loving kindness to ourselves. Again, sensing the importance of this. Knowing that hurt people hurt people. So if we do the work to love ourselves, and the ways that we might hurt people is reduced. Offering, may I be loved and loving. May I trust my inherent belonging. May I be safe and protected. May I be as healthy as I can be in this moment. May I have a lasting peace. May I be loved and loving. May I trust my inherent belonging. May I be safe and protected. May I be as healthy as I can be in this moment. May I have a lasting peace. Again and again, offering these words, friends. If you're just joining, we're working with Metta, starting with ourselves. May I be loved and loving. May I trust my inherent belonging. May I be safe and protected. May I be as healthy as I can be in this moment. May I have a lasting peace. Now beginning to become aware of a benefactor. Someone perhaps who has really shown up in a situation of injustice. Who's really been there for any targeted parties. Perhaps risking their likability. Offering loving kindness to that benefactor that you really only have a positive relationship with. May you be loved and loving. May you trust your inherent belonging. May you be as healthy as you can be in this moment. May you be safe and protected. May you have a lasting peace. The category of benefactor, I think about all of the heroes of social justice. All of the people that I place on my altar as possibility models. I don't know them personally, but I am so grateful for their example, for their work, in and out. May you be loved and loving. May you trust your inherent belonging. May you be safe and protected. May you be as healthy as you can be in this moment. May you have a lasting peace. Now becoming aware of a neutral person. You might consider someone in a situation of injustice who is a bystander. They didn't step in, but they didn't perpetuate harm either. Perhaps there's little that you know about this person. And part of offering metta here could be working through any feelings of disappointment or betrayal. From someone not stepping in. And yet continuing to honor their basic goodness, offering, may you be loved and loving. May you trust your inherent belonging. May you be safe and protected. May you be as healthy as you can be in this moment. May you have a lasting peace. Again and again offering these words to this being that you don't know. Don't know how joy and sorrow has touched their life. Perhaps they didn't intervene because they were feeling triggered in that moment or afraid of also being targeted. Bringing your awareness now towards a loved one. So in this situation, I might think of Izzy, the person who's targeted by any systems of oppression on a large or individual scale. May you be loved and loving. May you trust your inherent belonging. May you be safe and protected. May you be as healthy as you can be in this moment. May you have a lasting peace. Now bringing your awareness to a difficult person, considering what degree of difficulty you're up for today. If you feel steady, perhaps go for greater difficulty or harm in our world. And if you feel under-resourced, then choose something more like a slight or an annoyance. I'm holding in my heart here, and supposedly there's one particular child perpetuating harm against Izzy, and I know that they were also, there's people around them, but that didn't come out of nowhere. Again, offering, may you be loved and loving. May you trust your inherent belonging. May you be safe and protected. May you be as healthy as you can be in this moment. May you have a lasting peace. Remembering that we're offering these words unconditionally. They're not a demand. We're holding the wholeness of this person's humanity. And know that when we feel like we don't belong, we sometimes resort to pushing others out too. Wishing that this difficult person has what they need to thrive in this world. Trusting into the teaching that hatred is not seized by hatred, but by love alone. And so trying to love this person into their goodness. Beginning to bring into your heart all of the beings that you've just offered loving kindness towards, and perhaps even more beyond that. I'm thinking of the entire community of this school. Offering to everyone. May we all be loved and loving. May we all trust our inherent belonging. May we all be safe and protected. May we all be as healthy as we can be in this moment. May we all have a lasting peace. May we all be loved and loving. May we all trust our inherent belonging. May we all be safe and protected. May we all be as healthy as we can be in this moment. May we all have a lasting peace. If you like, bringing your hands together in front of your heart, bowing forward, bowing to this sacred old practice of metta, the river of metta that we're practicing ourselves into. Bowing to one another and the depth of love that each of us is doing to cultivate in our heart. And bowing to the teachings and the many teachers, especially our siblings from South Asia, whether that's within your own blood lineage or outside of it, offering gratitude.